What is going on, guys? I'm Haley, and today I'm going to be doing a review of what I would consider one of the best budget mechanical gaming keyboards. The one in particular that I'm going to be talking about is the Pulsar PK001 Lunar Alloy TKL Mechanical Keyboard. I'm going to give you the pros and the cons of this, and then I'm going to share with you some of the things that I picked up while living with this keyboard. And of course, if at any point in the video you want to go check this thing out, I put his Amazon link down below just for your convenience. Before we dive into the pros and the cons, let's do a quick sound test of these switches. So let's jump right into the first pro. That would have to be the build quality of this thing. The base of this keyboard is actually aluminum alloy, so it has a good weight to it. It's not going to be sliding around on your desk when you're trying to be gaming. It also comes with a double shot keycap, so the quality of this keyboard will not deteriorate over time. They will provide that extra amount of protection, so these keycaps will withstand the test of time. I've been using this as my daily driver for a few months now, and I have not noticed any wear and tear. It looks the exact same as it did when it came out of the box, and that has made me a very happy camper. Also on the back of this keyboard, it does have 4 rubber pads, so that'll add extra protection to your desk so it's not scraping it up, as well as it will not allow the keyboard to slip all over the place. It does also have a very sturdy risers in the back, so you can easily flip these up if you want a more angled look, or you can always fold them back down if you just want the keyboard to lie flat. The cord of this keyboard is highly flexible, and it is gold-plated USB, so this is a nice quality cord for the money, and the build quality in general for this thing is just insane for under $40. So now moving into the switches. So the switches for this keyboard are the Altemu red switches. If you didn't know, these are the linear switches, and they are actually like the knockoff version of Cherry MX red switches. So they are slightly more low quality than the Cherry MX red switches. Red switches are more of a quiet switch, which is what I prefer, and they also require less force to press them down, which is great if you want to be really fast with typing, or even if you want to be really fast with pressing the keys while you're in game. Also, these switches are hot swappable with other Altemu switches, but you cannot, like, say, put Cherry switches in these. It is only compatible with Altemu switches, unfortunately. But that being said, if you wanted to switch it to blue, red, brown, that's all available. So that's cool. If you get tired of red switches and want to switch it up, you could easily put these into this keyboard. Now, the next pro would have to be, this is completely anti-ghosting. And if you don't know what that means, it means all 87 keys of this keyboard, you can press them down all at the same time and they will be read. This is especially important if you're gaming and you're pressing multiple keys at once, because a keyboard not reading one key could honestly make the whole difference. But this keyboard in particular completely checks that off, so you do not have to worry about that. It's completely anti-ghosting all 87 keys. Now let's move into the next pro, which would have to be the LED lighting on this keyboard. So for the price of this thing, these LEDs are a decent amount of brightness. The quality of these LED lights are a lot better than I would have expected, and they're actually really attractive on the desk setup that I have. In addition to the impressive amount of brightness, this keyboard does have customizability options. So if you press the FN key and a certain amount of keys on the keyboard, you can change it to a bunch of different settings. You can even customize which keys light up, which don't. There's different settings like a whirlpool and breathing. There's just a bunch to choose from, which is really exciting if you want to switch it up. So I do find myself playing with that quite often. Now moving into the cons of this keyboard, there are only a few considering the price of this thing. So the first one would have to be that it does not have a detachable cable. Obviously it'd be nice if you had one that you could switch it out and make it look even nicer, but unfortunately it does not have that. You're stuck with the cord that they give you. That being said, it's a very flexible and usable cord. I haven't had any problems with it, but if you did want to switch it out and customize it, that is not an option, unfortunately. The last con would have to be that it does not have per key lighting, but that could honestly be expecting way too much for the price range of this thing. You get more per key lighting when you go up tiers in price, so it's not expected in this, but it would have been awesome to have. But that being said, it does give you a really nice brightness with the LEDs. You can switch the brightness up and down, you can customize it to different settings, you can make your own layout. So honestly, the LED lighting as a whole is great. It's phenomenal, but if you are looking for a keyboard that has per key lighting, this is not the one for that. So now, overall, the PK001 Lunar Alloy Mechanical Gaming Keyboard is a steal for the money. The build quality on this thing, the aluminum alloy base, it's heavy, it's nice feeling on the desk, it's not sliding around. You have the rubber pads to keep it in place and also protect your desk setup, as well as the complete anti-ghosting for all 87 keys, and the brightness and customizability with these LED lights. I don't know what more I could ask for under $40. This thing really checks off the boxes. This is a very unknown keyboard, so there's only like 4 reviews on Amazon. But that being said, they're all 5 stars. I love it. I know you're gonna love it. But I think this is a diamond in a rough that I discovered. And for the price, I mean $40. How can you go wrong with how much this gives you? So again, if you are interested in this keyboard, I put an Amazon link down below for your convenience. This comes in not only red switches, but also blue switches if that's what you're into. And if this video helped you out, it would be awesome if you could drop a like down below. And if you're feeling super generous, hit that subscribe button. But I was your review guide, and I'll see you in the next video.